So naturally, that hurts. Whether we hear it, we see it, the mention of the word dead um, does not bring nice feelings and emotions. And so I don't know why adults assume many times that children uh, don't get to deal with the feelings and emotions that comes with the mention of death or the death itself. So life and death is um, are two things that are actually one. We talk many times about life, how it starts, and to children sometimes we don't tell them the truth of how life begins, and we can tell them how it begins, but we never explain how it ends. However, we have two categories of children. There are these ones who live in the village and in the farms, who gets to discover these things by themselves because they interact with the beginning of life and its end, like more frequently than the ones that are in the city. Okay. um, for instance, they will get to see hen lay eggs, then lie on them, then hatch them, and then they get to see the chicks come to life. Then they get to realize that there's some chicks that did not survive, others did. A dog, a goat, a cow, they get to see them being born, then they get to see them grow. They get to see an ant stomach bulging, or mommy's stomach bulging. Then a grandmother comes and helps mommy to get the baby. So they get to see these things more naturally and closely, more than the ones in the cities. And so, with or without knowing, the children growing in the village or in the farms, for some reason, deal with death and grieve differently from the ones in the cities, because on the other side, their city mates only see these things on TV, or hear them, a friend talk about them, or they will be told of what whoever wants to tell them will tell them. And so on this series, I've been talking about what to tell your children in the place of grief. And so on this particular video, you can go to my YouTube channel on at Mama Africa 8. There's part 1 and part 2, and this is part 3 of the same. And so on this one, I want to talk about the ceremonies. We get to sometimes in some homes, children are not to attend the funeral ceremonies. And what we don't realize, that children, death is, they don't perceive death as we do. For them, death is void, lifelessness, desertion, or absence of someone that has been around or not around, because this particular child did not see this person go to hospital, they did not see them lose breath, they have never been in a direct contact with the life, then lost life. I want to encourage on this particular video, on this particular one, but I'll do another one on what we should and how we should do it to allow them understand the ceremonies. I, however, would just want to hit to you that without knowing, the children from ages 5 and above, or 6 and above, they get to tend to, they do ceremonies of their loved pets, or animals that they get to, they do ceremonies. the funeral ceremonies, in secrecy with their friends, because they know that the traditions and the cultures and also religious beliefs would not allow them, for some reason, to do the ceremonies of maybe their beloved pet, or but they do them. And so for this child, doing this helps them accept that the dog I loved died.